this week's feature match, Shenron versus Vegeks. Both of these decks sing a lot of meta relevancy over the course of the Unison Warriors block. Sin being the most represented as well as the best performing yellow deck, up until recently with Mecha Frieza arriving, and Vegeks at full power was once considered a tier 0 deck by a lot of people. Sin player going first with a charge and pass, and we have Vegeks now charging, attacking with leader, comboing a Champa for double strike, trying to get some early pressure in, and Sin taking the 2, going down to 6 life. Vegeks using leader skill to mill 5, draw 1. Unfortunately, not hitting on any of his Kai, Trunks, or Vegetas, so he will pass turn. We have Sin going to 2 energy, attacking with leader, looking at top 5 for a Shadow Dragon. The Vegeks player now taking a look at the Sin leader just to verify exactly what he does. I would imagine that the Sin player is looking for a 1-star or a, yep, got an ace. Ace can go through his deck and find a 1-star for him. Yep, so he uses 1 energy to go in deck. Yep, plays 1-star. It's going to have its skills negated for the turn, so he won't be able to play the Sin 4 cost. So he'll just pass. Vegeks player now charging his 2nd energy. Charges this new SS3 Trunks from Vicious Rejuvenation. The Gohanks package has found a home in some of these Vegeks builds that don't use too much overroam or don't overroam at all. And now we see him use 1 energy for the new Goku, True Fighting Spirit. We have a leader attack here, and a combo with a haze from the Sin player to prevent the damage. Leader skill to mill 5 here. Still no Trunks and no Vegeta, but he does get 2 Kais, which can be very valuable later in the game, being able to provide additional combo power. Vegeks now using Goku to attack at leader. Take a life. Going to 6 life now. 6 to 6. Just 15k, and Sin will take the damage, going down to 5. Vegeks will use his last energy and play a 2nd Goku. And just pass turn. So now that Sin is going in, he's probably going to want to get to his 4-drop. Yep, and so he'll just go ahead, use 1 energy, play it directly from the deck. Excuse the camera bump there. So he's going to go ahead and lock down the Vegeks player's leader, preventing him from attacking next turn. Going to use 1 energy to immediately EX evolve into the Sin 9-drop. This card has a big 30k body, but is also a blocker with revenge. Attacking with leader, looking at top 5. Adding a haze to hand. The attack was on the Goku, so he's just going to let him go to the drop. I'm just going to go ahead and pass turn back. Vegeks charging his third energy now. Taking his time and charging a Kai. Swinging in with the Goku, and it will immediately be met by the blocker. It's going to take a life, going to 5, choosing not to combo. So he'll go to the drop. The Sin player combos at Oceanus to restand his blocker, and milling a Nova. That's the thing about this Sin. If you don't deal with him, he won't let you forget about him. The Vegeks player now milling and hitting on a Trunks. Choosing to take a life and go, taking a life and going down to 4. And then having his skills negated by Sin. Trying to decide the next play. Uses 1 energy for this new SS3 Gohan. Normally he would have 15k and double strike when 15 or more cards are in the drop, but Sin 9 says no, you have your skills negated. But at least he's able to maximize on his awakening if he wants. So he's able to untap and draw 1. We're going to see a Hatch discard here to mill 2 cards. Ooh, hitting on 2 Trunks. But because they have unique, cannot play them. Leader now being able to attack because he is a new card when he awakened. So he's unaffected by the 4-cost Sin. As the Sin player takes the life and goes down to 4. Both players now at 4 life. We have Vegeks using this Trunks to attack at, using this Gohan to attack at leader. Using a super combo. Bottom decking 1 to draw 2. And comboing a Vegeta, going to 19k. And we see the Sin player using a Zamasu super combo to go to 20 while resting the Trunks blocker. Jax deciding his next move and passing with 3 open energy. Sin charging his 4th energy now and using 4 for the Meki Kabor unison. This will allow him to awaken at 4 life instead of 3. And we have Sin 9 attacking the Gohan, being met with a power burst. And adding a Goku back to hand. Now attacking Gohan with the leader. Looking at top 5 again. This time adding Oceanus. We then have an Awaken, untap and draw 2. Just 15 at Gohan's 4K. Yep, and he's gonna let him go. Meki is gonna use his +1 to keep the Trunks blocker rested and draw a card. He's going to discard the Oceanus from hand in order to burst and look at the top 5 for a Shadow Dragon. It's going to add a Nova. This Nova costs 4 but can be reduced by 3 if you have a Shadow Dragon leader and at least one Shadow Dragon battle card in your battle area. You can then burst 2 and switch it to rest mode in order to play a Shadow Dragon that costs 2 or more with 19,000 power or less that is not currently in your battle area. He's going to use that and chooses a Haze since he doesn't have one in his battle area. Sin slowly building up a board. Haze is attacking. It has 15k and critical. And we see a second power burst. This time adding the Gohan back to hand. So then Sin will pass and restand all of his dragons. Vegeks charging his 4th energy now, in a bit of a tough spot, trying to analyze the current situation, figure out his next line of play. Having a little discussion as far as what all of his cards do. So he will pay 1 for the new Pycon Unison. This Unison pairs well with all of his 1-cost weenies that he has. His +1 allows him to pump 2 of them by 10,000 power. He will use 1 to play Goku again. Once again, Sin negating its skills for the turn. We see at the activate main on leader, draw 1 in mill. Missing on all of his mill cards again. He is able to give his Unison double strike, considering giving the +1 on Unison. But decides to play a second one drop first, and then +1 so that he can get both of them 10,000 power. The Gohan currently at 14,000 power, and the Goku currently at 15,000, attempting to attack with the Pycon before remembering he needs 3 markers on him in order to attack, currently only with 2. So instead, he'll opt to bottom deck the Trunks in his drop area and send his Unison to the drop in order to warp a 4-cost or less battle card, choosing to warp the Nova on board. Gohan will attack leader and be met with a Meki block. Vegeks combo in 5k to go up to 19. Meki then will lose a marker and rest Goku, efficiently stopping 2 attacks. Vegeks attacking lead to lead. Thinking. Using 1 for a Majin Buu human extinction attack. That will give his leader plus 15,000 power for the battle and allow him to warp a battle card in his opponent's drop and mill up to 4 cards. Going to warp another Nova, milling 4. This time hitting on an Vegeta as its skills negated. Still comboing. Just 30k at leader, and he'll take the damage and go down to 3. Vegeta will attack and be blocked by the Sin. Deciding if he wants to combo here. Possibly trying to finally get rid of Sin. Goes to 39,000. Sin will just combo 2 5Ks to save him at 40k and KO Vegeta. And we'll see a pass from Vegeks. Sin going to 5 now, having a commanding board presence. Vegeks appears to have 3 cards in hand. Attacking with Haze. 15k critical coming in, trying to deny resources. And he will just take the damage, going down to 3. We see a free EX evolve and a restand. 20k, nope, 30k with a super combo. Double strike coming in. And the Vegeks player takes the damage and goes down to 1. Using 1 energy to, the new Omega Shenron 30k body. Swinging in. And that's game.